All right. So it's October, and October is the month of Halloween, and we see people embracing the scary side, their spooky side. We have all these horror movies that you see on TV and things, decorations all over the place. They even have, you go into Walmart and they even have these things where you walk by them and someone comes out and scares you, right? And so it's the time of year really that we should be facing our fears, right? Because we do have to face our fears, whatever they are, but we face it with the faculty of this month. And the faculty of this month is the faculty of zeal and enthusiasm. So we know that as we work with zeal, as we work with enthusiasm, there is nothing to be scared of. So we don't have to be scared of our dreams, the visions that we have for our future, the visions that we have for our relationships in the future. We don't have to be scared of our love. We don't have to be scared of our body. People talk about old age and sickness, and even people that had COVID, you know, there was a shift in their body. Things are not the same. We don't have to be scared of our body in the future. And most importantly, we do not have to be scared of our success. We do not have to be scared of our potential. We do not have to be scared of what God is giving us in our world. So let's put that out into the universe. Affirm with me, friends. I will never be scared of my dreams.
I will never be scared of my dreams.
I will never be scared of my love.
I will never be scared of my love.
I will never be scared of my body.
I will never be scared of my body.
I will never be scared of my success.
I will never be scared of my success.
Today, know that you don't ever have to be afraid again of anything that is happening in your world, for anything that you see in the future. Remember that you are unfolding as you are and as you want to unfold in this world. And that is enough. That is okay. That is wonderful in the grand scheme of life. You have to know that you must encourage yourself in the process of growth. Always encourage yourself in the process of life. Whatever life brings to you, always encourage yourself to see the best of life. Friends, today we always have to remember that we're always working in one of two vibrations. As we move, we're always either moving in a vibration of fear or we're moving in a vibration of faith. That is what you're moving to. As you put your thoughts into the universe, as you put your actions and words into the universe, you're either moving in faith, knowing that things will work out, or you're moving in fear, not sure if things will work out. But whatever it is, what will your energy be from this moment? Knowing that you can either move in fear or faith, what is your energy? What is your vibrational frequency as you move through this world? What will your nervous system response be as you're living and moving in this world? You know, this time of year, as you come into the fall and winter season, the National Institute of Mental Health says that this is the most depressing time of the year. People get more depressed over the fall and winter season, and there could be a lot of reasons for it. We're not out and about having fun. I don't know about you, but I had fun this summer, soaking in the sun, even one point going out in the rain just because it was summertime. But just, having fun. The days are longer. You have more time to spend with people. But in the fall and winter seasons, people are home. People have the holidays coming up where they may have lost someone and now it's a holiday that they have to go through without their loved one. And so they have what is called seasonal affective disorder. But I believe that these depressing thoughts, these sorrow that comes into our mind is based on fear. In the book, A Course in Miracles, the authors write, the foundation of human thought is largely based on fear. So this is what we have to understand. Fear comes from a perceived disconnection from our source, from our greater God. We have to realize that we fear our world, we fear our body, we fear life Because we forget that we are always connected with God. We are always one with God. We are always an expression of God. Because if we always remember that, then we would never ever think that we are a failure. If we always remember that we are connected to a greater God, we will never think that we will be without potential no matter what life gives to us in the long run. We will never feel that we are out of intelligence. We will never be forever sad, forever depressed. We will never be desperate for anything again, because as we always affirm, God will never fail. And that means that God can never fear. Where there is no failure, where there is no thought of failure, there is no attitude or emotion of fear. So we got to speak that for us in this world today. We have to speak in our world that since we affirm that God can never fail or fear, I can never fail or fear, whether it be emotionally or mentally or physically, there is no failure in me. You have to always affirm this for yourself. You have to always realize that God knows the way, but our human side is now navigating the way through our life. Our human side is now unfolding this way in our lives. So today, turn your fear around. Let your fear be enlightened by God's love. Know that God's unconditional love for all its creation will see you through. And that's the one thing I love about metaphysics, is that it teaches you to look at nature. And when you see how nature takes care of itself, that's why I like to go to the park. I love to go to my favorite beach. There are 37 species of animal and insects that live on this beach, and so it's protected. But when you see how these animals interact with one another, when you see how they're already taken care of, they live on a beach, which I would love to do for the rest of my life, but they're fed. Whatever they need is taken care of. They find water to drink. They find what they need. Why do we ever think that we will not find what we need? That we will not be fed? That we will not be protected just as the animals in the wild? We always have to remember that we have a dependable parent, and that parent is God, the good omnipotent. That this God will never leave us nor forsake us. That this God will always be there, being our armor in the face of fear, being our armor in the face of war. So now that we understand this, now that we know this and even more deeper connections, it's time to unlearn fear in our life. It's time to unlearn doubt in our life, unlearn worry, unlearn lack, realizing that they are only human constructs meant to stifle the divinity within. It is meant to stifle our divinity in our body, in our life. So stop stifling the God in you. Let the God in you breathe. Let the God in you live out loud. Friends, today, live live and in living color. Live knowing that the theme of this month is zeal and enthusiasm. You have the energy within you, not wasting your energy on things that are not important, but focusing your energy on what will bring you the best of your life. And to do this, you have to constantly speak the truth of fearlessness in you. There is a soldier in you. There is a warrior in you. There is strength in you right here and right now. There is fearlessness in you. One of my favorite sayings, and I don't even remember where I heard it, but it says, the one thing that a soldier and a coward have in common is fear. So it means that all of us, everyone experiences fear at some point in their world, but the fear overtakes the coward. But that same fear can empower the soldier. Which one will you be? And, sometimes I'll even admit it. Sometimes you find you're doing things and you think that, I'm such a coward for not saying what I meant. I'm such a coward for not doing what I wanted to do. But I believe even in those moments, God is building your strength for the next moment. God is building your momentum so the next time you are faced with any challenge, any doubt, any fear in your world, you will remember how strong you really are. You will remember that even when the fear comes, you can be empowered by it. So friends, today, speak truth into your life today. Speak the truth of fearlessness in and through you, knowing that there is nothing to fear. Would you affirm this with me? I speak the truth of fearlessness in me.
I speak the truth of fearlessness.
I fear nothing.
I fear nothing.
Come on, fist in the air, say, I fear nothing.
I fear nothing.
Amen. And so again, October is the month of zeal. And the disciple that represents zeal is Simon, the zealot or the zealot. And there's not much said about Simon in the Bible, but we know that he was part of the zealots of that day, and they were known for their enthusiasm in the way that they honored God. Can we be so excited about our life? Can we be so excited about the way God is moving and flowing through our world? Can we be excited about our future? Can we be enthusiastic and zealous about our future, about our life, the way it is unfolding, the way our potential unfolds? Can we be enthusiastic about the health of our body, the way our body is unfolding in this world? Can we be enthusiastic about our wealth? Whatever you consider wealth to be, can you be enthusiastic about prosperity in your life? Can you be enthusiastic about your thoughts, about your life, about your love, your relationships, your friendships? Can you be this for your world? Going back to Simon, the disciple, right? So Simon was a zealot, however you want to say it, right? We don't discriminate. I say it all. Whatever you say, right? But he was known. Now, again, he's not mentioned too much in the Bible, but historians have done their research on him and have recorded that Simon was known for his political extremism and violence. So he was so eager about praising God that the people that were not following his way of life, he would sometimes be so extreme in trying to get his point across. But when he started to follow Jesus, he channeled his zeal from violence into love. Friends, can we channel our zeal? Can we channel our enthusiasm into usefulness in our world? Can we realize that we do not have to waste our energy fixing other people in the world because their God will take care of them, but we got to take care of us. We have to take care of, as they say, numero uno. We have to take care of our spirit, our soul, realizing that we all have zeal for something, but are we wasting our energy on the wrong thing? But here's the greatest thing about it also, is that once we understand that we do not have to waste our energy fixing other people, we can spend all of our energy repairing our heart, living our world in great and wonderful ways. We cannot waste our energy even holding on to fear, holding on to regret, holding on to past errors, what we didn't do, what we did do, what we could have done, all this stuff, holding on to anger in our world, using up our zeal. So now when it's time to enjoy life, we don't have the energy to it because we have already wasted it on our fear, on our past, on our errors in this world. If you are on Facebook and Instagram, please remember to follow us at Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach. We post inspirational memes. I don't post anything political on there. That's for my real page on there. But for inspirational memes, you can follow Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach on Facebook and Instagram. This week we posted a meme that says, you are the greatest project that you will ever get to work on. Take your time and create magic. So it also means that you have to be patient with your week. You have to be patient with the days of your life, how you're unfolding in this world, how you're getting over certain things, how you're living your life from this point. You have to be patient with your heart. You have to be patient with your life. You have to protect your time and add value to your time. Friends, we have 1,400 minutes in a day. When you break it down like that, it doesn't seem like much. And we spend most of that sleeping. But when we are awake, when we are up, don't ever waste those minutes. Don't ever waste those minutes turning into hours, turning into days, turning into years, turning into decades, because before you know it, a decade has gone by and you're still grieving in that sorrow. You're still thinking about the past. You're still holding on to the fear, to the negation, to the pain, to the regret, and even punishing yourself. It's amazing to me how many people punish themselves for something that they cannot fix now. We have to heal ourselves because there's some things that we cannot take back. There's so many things that we cannot go back and fix because of whatever has happened in that situation. And some people still hold on to that, trying to rehearse in their mind how they could have done it better, or if it was different, or if it was. That is a waste of our energy. Living in regret, living in the past is a waste of energy. We have to praise the universe that we get to live. Isn't that wonderful? We get to live because, as we see every week when we go through our prayer thing, what do I do first? Those who have lost their lives this week. I pray every week that I never have to open an email that someone sends me that someone else died, but it happens. But we did not. We still have breath in our body. We still have a life to live. We get to live today. We get to experience New York. We get to experience this world. We get to experience even the rain that falls. We get to experience the sun. We get to live. And that means that we have another opportunity and we get to improve. We get to breathe God's energy. Even we get to fear and we get to doubt. Even though those are not the emotions that we have in our world, you know what I think of it now as? Whenever I'm fearful, whenever I doubt the next step, I realize that there is still an emotional connection to my greatness. My imagination is saying there is something more for me to experience. And this is what your imagination is doing too. There is more for you to experience. There is more for you to enjoy in your world. You have a curiosity for more. But the human side, all the people that went through it, all the people that said you couldn't do it, all the people that did and failed, those thoughts come in to our mind. But we are stronger than those thoughts. Our imagination is stronger in the building of our existence, in the building of our life. So friends, today, you get to live. You still have a connection to greatness. Even in your doubt, you just have to understand what that fear, what that doubt means for your life and realize it is only a human construct meant to stifle the divine that is within you. Friends, today express your divinity. Don't waste your imagination to only escape reality. You know, when things go bad, some people slip into their imagination and they go to a wonderful place, and that's fine, but you cannot always live there. We also need to use our imagination to build reality. We have to use our imagination to build a world that we want to see in our world. Because today, here we are, again, on top of the cemetery, right? Here we are without accident or incident, knowing that God still breathes life in us. There is still blood flowing through our veins at such a wonderful speed, and it is doing what it needs to do, because it's not going too fast, because then they call it high blood pressure, and that's a problem. It's not going too slow, because that's another problem. It is doing it just right. And even if you have high blood pressure, I pray for you right here, right now. Now there's things that you can Google, find out how to get that blood pressure low. But no, just continue talking to your body. My blood is wonderful. It is pumping through my veins at a great rate, at a healthy rate. We have to remember that you and whatever you unfold is the purpose of your life. Whatever you are unfolding in your world is the purpose of your life. Whatever you are meant to unfold is the purpose, and all of it has purpose in your world. Even if you don't see it now, everything that you have gone through, everything that you will ever go through has purpose in this world. But again, here comes the fear in our world. Here comes the fear that tells us that this is not for us. There is nothing that we can learn from here. We can never grow from here. Get that out of your mind right here and right now. Speaker and author Jack Canfield says, "You would not have that dream if you did not have the capacity to fulfill it." Understand that. That dream would not be a part of you if you did not have the absolute capacity to fulfill it, and not just fulfill it, but to expand on it. To do it like no one in this world has ever done it before. No matter where you come from, no matter your gender. I don't like to talk about gender because we all have the power within us. We all have the strength within us. So there is no limitation. So we have to let our imagination stop calling these things and naming these things and claiming these things as scary in our world. Friends, life is never scary. It is always our perception of any given thing, any given moment in our world, any given person, every given situation, every given experience. It is about how we're perceiving it and then living it out in our worlds. And yet, nothing is ever wasted. Even those things that bring the fear, that bring the doubt, they are there to teach you something. It is not a wasted experience. You have to understand this for your life. And because the experiences that we're having are not wasted, it means that we are not a waste. We are not a waste of skin. We are not a waste of time. I've heard someone say that to someone else before. You're a waste of skin. What a thing to say to someone, right? And if you have ever heard that from anyone in your world, or if you ever felt that about yourself, stop that belief right here and right now. I am telling you, you are not a waste of skin. You are not a waste of time. You are not a waste of love. You are not a waste of your dreams. You are not a waste of your vision. So whatever the perceived failure is in your world, the perceived lack, the perceived want, the perceived sickness, learn your way through it. As you learn your way through it, you'll realize that they are of nothing. They will vanish into the nothingness from which they came. You will realize learning your way through failure, learning your way through lack and want and sickness and emptiness. Sometimes there's just things in our world that leave us and we just have this feeling of emptiness. We yearn for that thing. Right here and right now, there is something filling that emptiness in your world. You can learn your way through confusion. You can learn your way through pain. You can learn your way through want. You can learn your way through those raw emotions that life confronts you with from day to day, year to year. But also knowing that you have the great gift of God's intelligence. That you have the great gift of thinking and moving in the way that God needs you to think and move to be your very best. Friends, there may be challenges, but there is always your strength. Whenever the challenges come, it will come, but there is always you, your strength, your God, your fearlessness in this world. And so as you learn your way through life, know that you are passing every test. That's the thing with life. In school, you get the lesson and then the test afterwards to see how much you learn. In life, you get the test first and then the lesson comes after it. But today, whatever the lesson is, you can pass every test. So let's put that out in the universe. Affirm with me, as I learn my way through life, I pass every test. Amen. So now today you can move in confidence. You can move in fearlessness. You can move in power, knowing that you never have to let your limitation limit you. Let's not even say your limitation, my limitation. Why am I saying that? Never let limitation limit you. I think I spoke about this the other day here, but if not, it's a reminder. I think about Olympians Tara and Hunter Woodall. Tara Woodall won the gold medal at the Paris Olympics a few months ago, and her husband Hunter won a gold medal at the Paralympics, and those are for the people that are differently abled. He has blades on his feet. His feet were amputated at a young age, but he still won the gold at his Olympics. And I always think, for the last month or so, I've thought of what a legacy they leave for their family. But what also, because they pushed past their limitation, pushed past the people that told him that they told him he could never walk again, and now he's winning Olympics. What a wonderful legacy he leaves or they leave for their teammates. What a wonderful legacy Tara Woodhall leaves for other women to know that they can compete in the Olympics. What a legacy Hunter Woodall leaves for other handicapped people, for people that have blades on their legs, for other amputees. What a wonderful legacy they leave for runners. It reminds us that we are not our limitation, we're actually our imagination. As a man thinks in their heart, that's what they become, right? So we're not our limitation, because the limitations are always there. The limitations are always will come. We are what we think about ourselves in that limitation. Today, life is never scary. You are stronger than your limitation. Now, not only is it the month of zeal, represented by Simon, but the part of the body that represents zeal and enthusiasm is the medulla, scientifically called the medulla oblongata. It is the part that connects the brain and the spinal cord, and it helps control our heartbeat. It helps control breathing. It helps control blood pressure. It is important to the nervous system and to the sensory functions and motor functions. So in other words, it's our go switch. Can you turn it on when you feel depressed? Can you turn it on when you feel scared of what is before you? Can you turn yourself on? Can you hit go in your world when you are faced with the challenges of life? I say yes. I say that you can do it. Whether you fear it or not, I'm speaking the word for you, knowing that you are receiving it, that you are stronger than even you thought that you could be. Friends, realize that you can be just as excited for pain as you can be for joy. It's about where you're channeling your enthusiasm. Are you more excited for pain, or are you more excited for joy? It may sound crazy, but there are some people that if something is not, especially in relationships I see, if they're not arguing with their significant other, their relationship ain't sweet. Right? They have to be arguing. There has to be some type of conflict. There can't always be lovey-dovey. And when it is, they're looking to see, well, what's going on here, and looking for ways to mess it up. Some people jeopardize their own life looking for fear, looking for ways to doubt the God, looking for ways to doubt love in their life instead of letting it flow. So we have to pay attention to the impact of experiences. We have to pay attention to the impact that our experiences are having on our mind, are having in our body, and especially are having on our nervous system. This is one system in our body that we have to pay attention to. What makes us scared? What makes our heart pump? What makes our sweat start to come out? We get nervous and things like that. We have to understand how these things are affecting our nervous system, and therefore affecting our thoughts, affecting our motivation, affecting the way that we move forward today. Friends, let your excitement be for the joy of life. Let your excitement be for the things that you will experience in your life, that even though you don't know what's ahead, you know that it is bringing your ultimate in joy, your ultimate in fulfillment, your ultimate in love. So affirm with me, I'm excited for the joy I will always experience in life. So now that you're excited, now that you spoke these words, get in love with your heartbeat. Get in love with your nervous system, because it's working. It's on, right? You just have to get in love with it, knowing that as you're in love with your heartbeat, it beats in the promise of love. It beats in the promise of fulfillment in your world. And it will never, your body, your spirit, your heart, your nervous system will never ever again be negatively disturbed or disrupted by any experience. Your body will never be disturbed or disrupted by any fear in your world. Again, it's Halloween season. People like to do a lot of pranks around this time. And I'm not a big prankster. I remember on, April Fools, me and my mother used to play with each other all day. Just little silly things, right? But nothing so major that it's like life-changing or people get hurt. When I look at these pranks now, and now they have videos, hidden videos and all these things, I am not interested, but these are the things in our world. When I look at You know, sometimes you might be standing somewhere and someone comes, you don't hear them, you don't even feel their presence, and they come and tap your shoulder and you jump, like your heart is just like, whoa, you know, you gotta still yourself. So it means that there will always be tests of our reaction. There will always be tests in life of our nervous system, but there will always be tests for our right to joy. There will always be the angel and the devil on our shoulder when we're experiencing joy or when we want to experience joy that will say, oh no, that's not for you. What about the failures that you had? What about the things that you did that you didn't apologize for, right? So there will always be the test of our joy from fear. There will always be tests of our enthusiasm. But as we read in the scripture reading in Romans chapter 10, verse 2, it says, I testify that you have a certain enthusiasm and zeal for God. Friends, I'm speaking that word over you, that as you know God, as we come into this communion this morning, and get in a deeper connection, a deeper communion to the God within us, you will know that in your body, in your life, in your mind, there is no fear. There is no phobia. There is no doubt. There is no lack. There is no need. You have everything that you could ever desire right now is just for you to unfold it in the manifestation of your life. You want to touch these things, you want to feel them, you want to smell them, and that's wonderful. But know that you are working towards that ultimate goal. So friends, today, get excited to share and unfold the next God-centered idea. Get excited to unfold in your life the next love-centered existence. Get excited to share the new health-centered body. Get excited to share the new joy-centered existence because it is unfolding in you as we speak. It's unfolding every day, every moment of every day. So prepare yourself for the new ideas, for the new love, for the new health in your body, for the new joy in your world. Prepare for great unfoldments. Prepare for great unfoldments and fulfillments in your world, knowing that you are God's very idea of confidence. You are God's very idea. Come on, accept. I am God's very idea of confidence, and therefore life is never scary because I'm confident everywhere I go. Would you affirm this last affirmation with me? Affirm, I am God's idea of confidence.
I am God's idea of confidence.
Life is never scary.
Life is never scary.
So go out realizing that everything you're seeing is your perception of that thing. Perceive a higher consciousness. Perceive a higher life. From now on, there is no failure in you. There is no fear in you. There is nothing to be scared because you are so powerful, so strong in your God that there can never be anything scary in your world. You are more powerful than ever before. Thank you so much for listening. I love you so much, and be blessed. Thank you.